like that, baby.
She sound good. Oh, for the gang, 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 gang. Oh, for the gang, 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 gang.
Welcome to another episode of Us on the Daily. Episode 13. Well, you know, it's your boy, Terrence T2 Funny, on Instagram, Twitter, and on Facebook, it's Terrence T. Parker. And to my right, I got my lovely girlfriend.
Juicy La La Boom. Hey Marv, quick question. Are we live?
Are we live? Are we live?
Are we live?
Okay. Another episode, man. Another episode. So
Before we start this live, we just want to ask everybody who watching right now, send the live out. Send the live to 2 people.
Send it out.
Send it out.
All right. Come
on. Thank you guys for joining us today. This is episode 13 of Us on the Daily.
Yazerski.
And we're going to do things a little bit different today. So usually, we always have some sort of topic going on. But today we're going to start it off with the word of the day. And for those of you who don't know or don't remember, we always did word of the day before. So basically, we have a word that we associate with a song. So when we say a word, what's the first song that comes to your mind? And now today, the word of the day is sex. Yeah. You want me to go first or you want to go first?
I mean, you open the door, so you pop it off.
All right, yeah, because I don't want to lose this round. So
Yeah.
the first song I came up, when I think of sex, the first song that comes to mind is Marcus Houston. And it goes, sex with you is like winning in the war after working so damn hard. No? You don't remember that song?
I remember it, but you was just like,
I was
you
feeling
ain't
it?
nah, you ain't put no harmony in that or nothing. Like,
Well, how you wanted me to be like this? Sex with you is like winning in the war.
Yeah,
after
look,
working
that's
so
it.
damn hard.
Yeah, when you singing that, your baby hairs are sticking up with that shit.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right, you got one. All right, here go my turn. I wanna have sex in the kitchen, over by the stove, put you on the counter, by the butter roll.
Yo, we did that song before, but I'll let you pass. All right, Margot. Jeremiah. Birthday sex. I don't got no melody for that though. Birthday sex.
Oh, all right. I'm about to kill you with this one.
You got another one?
Yep.
Oh.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the good things and the bad things that may be. Let's talk about sex. Yeah, you gotta let your bottom lip hang when you say that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex.
Yeah.
Sex.
I'm glad you brought that. I'm glad that was the last song because I couldn't think of anything else, but that was a good last song. Speaking of let's talk about sex, today we have a very special guest.
Yeah. Yeah. Drop the accolades, baby. Drop it. Drop the accolades.
Yo, I'm so happy that we have.
Yeah, come on,
I'm
Mom.
so happy that we have
We gonna
this
let
guest
that
today. Today.
Let me get it one more time, Ma.
All right.
Come on. All right.
Shout out to Goody Howard. We have her in the building
Yazerski.
today. Woo! She's a sexologist. She's a sex educator. She's a sexual consultant. And she's known for the sex ed superhero. Shout out to Goody Howard. Welcome.
Hey, Goody.
Thank you.
Oh, Goody. Could we play the song one more time?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, drop it, Maul.
That is too funny to me. Too funny to me.
Yo, we're so happy that you're here today. So before
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Before we get into the goody questions, we just want you to first explain to us and let us know, everyone that's watching, who are you? How did you get into this whole sexologist type of stuff? Like, where did this come from? All of that good stuff.
Like you said, I'm a sexologist, educator, and consultant. I've really always been the freaky friend. I grew up in a sex-positive household. We talked about sex. We talked about body parts. We talked about boundaries. It was ongoing conversation in my house growing up. And so I started doing like the toy parties and stuff. Another Black lady saw me and was like, you should be doing this. And she like helped me get a kit and stuff. And so I started doing that, and then it was just like Mary Kay for dildos. So you gotta like differentiate yourself from the people in your space doing what you do. So I would do like little blowjob tips and little position tips, and they were like, "Oh, I pay for this without the toys," you know. And, I'm a hustler, so I created like workshops around sexual skill building is what I call it. And it would just like, I incorporate the toys at the end. And so I started doing those, did my research and got my own sex toy wholesalers. So I have the same toys that the sex stores have, but at a better price point.
Okay, so those are your original toys that you came up with?
No. So I have wholesalers that I work with. So I can get them in bulk and things like that, better price
just
points
for a
and
better
things.
price.
But I don't have people under me.
Right.
It's just me. So when you buy toys from me, you're supporting my household.
Okay.
Part of my retirement plan is having people doing parties for me around the country, around the world. That's not for won't get started for at least another 10 years.
Oh, well, good luck with that. Like, I really feel like that is a good way to go. Like, especially when you have people working for you, you know you did something then.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have the Goody Gang in full swing, you know, but I do like pleasure development and professional development. So I do like the toys and the fun stuff and the dick riding classes and the blowjob class and the pussy eating class.
I don't know why I'm acting like a child right now. It's just so
it's because it's you know, it's funny to people. But I do that, but I also do stuff with like educators, counselors, and healthcare providers around sex and disability, sex and aging, navigating pronouns in public spaces. Like I do the professional development too.
Okay.
So I have two completely different business models around sex education.
So is that what the MSW and the MPH stand for?
Well, the MSW is a Master's of Social Work.
Okay.
And MPH is a Master's of Public Health.
All right. So you went to school for that?
Yes, I have 2 master's degrees, and I'm currently getting a PhD in health education and promotion because all of those things are sex ed.
Yes, it really is. People don't relate it. They think it's not related, but it really is if you really.
And my bachelor's is in business, and that's why I use that degree every day. So like this is very much edutainment. Like the shit that I bring to the people is science and whole shit. Like I figured out the scientific ways to explore sex and why things feel good and why you know it feels good, but here's the why of it all, right? So I can do that on my pleasure side, and then I'm taking like the social constructs and you know, socialization and all of that kind of shit and using that for the professional development side.
Making money teaching people how to bust good nuts. That's what I'm talking about.
Healthier, more satisfying sex. That's it.
Speaking of healthier sex, is there any way that like, you know, do you talk about like, you know, protection when you have like your classes and things like that for like?
Yes. So specifically in the blowjob class, we talk about how to put a condom on with your mouth because everybody wants to like deep throat the condom on, but really your teeth in the back you can't move, and they can like scratch the condom on your way back up. You trying to show out, but now you pregnant. Now what? Right? Like, who wants that? I'm just saying, fuck these kids. But if
Do you
really,
have kids?
You know, we talk about safer sex practices in everything that I do, because people think sex ed, they just think STI prevention and pregnancy prevention.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think pleasure. They don't think anatomy. They don't think boundaries. They don't think communication skills. They don't think healthier relationships.
Mm-hmm.
So I bring all of that into my sex education space.
Right. That's good to know.
Yeah, well.
Because like people go to school and they think that like, you know, these classes, even in like health, you think that, you know, it's just like, you know, protection. You got to protect yourself, but nobody ever teaches how to enjoy yourself. Right?
How to enjoy it. We don't think about pleasure and condom use.
Yeah, I blame
like,
sex.
May is masturbation month, and
yes,
it is. It's the whole month. It's real thing.
That's the month of my birthday. I'm a masturbator.
Celebrate.
So is there such thing as too much masturbating?
Hell
Nope.
no.
Nope. But there is a such thing as masturbating incorrectly.
But have you ever heard of like,
I do
you
need
know,
new ways.
you remember we talked about this before, like people that masturbate so much, they don't get the same effect when it comes to like actually having sex?
Well, okay, like I said, so there's not a such thing as too much masturbation, but there's definitely a such thing as masturbating incorrectly. And so for if you have a vulva, right, which is the outside of the vagina, the inside is where the dick goes, where the baby comes out, but the outside is called the vulva.
The vulva.
If you have a vulva and you're using like vibrating toys, you can masturbate incorrectly because you don't use lubricant. Oh, Miss Goody, I don't need lubricant. I'm Miss WAP 2021. I got that Aquafina. Like, bitch, come on. So
I hear with that dry coochie.
Just in real life though, that shit hit different with the ceiling fan on.
No. You're absolutely right. I know because like. I never like having sex with like the fan or like by the air
conditioning.
And we
too old for to be having sex under the covers and shit. I live in Texas. It's hot.
Yeah.
I'm too bad for that. We're not doing it. It's not. But lubricant is like your natural moisture is water-based. It's designed to evaporate. It's designed to be absorbed back into the skin. Lubricant creates a barrier between you and whoever and whatever you're fucking for a smoother ride. It reduces friction. Mm-hmm. And so if you're using a vibrating accessory, it has an engine in it, a motor in it that warms up just enough to evaporate your natural moisture more quickly. Mm-hmm. But also you want that smoother ride. If you do this with your fingers, you feel just fingertips. But if you have a drop of lubricant on your fingers, you'll be able to feel the ridges in your fingerprints. Mm-hmm. So it's a sensation situation. I don't care how wet your pussy is. I don't care if you can squirt across the room. Congratulations. Me too, sis. And I still got lubricant beside the bed. So
lubricant is good. Y'all hear that? Lubricant is good.
So that's how you can masturbate incorrectly, because that vibration, if I have something that vibrates and I'm not using lube and my natural moisture dries, I have that vibrating thing on my skin. Mm-hmm. It's moving my skin. Mm-hmm. If I have lubricant on my skin and I got that vibrator, it's moving across my skin. Mm-hmm. So you see this, look at my hand, the skin on my hand. You see the skin on my hand is not moving. Right. Now the skin on my hand is moving.
Okay.
So the lube creates that smoothness, right? So if you're using something that vibrates, not only, I don't care if setting number 3 is what gets you there, you always start on the lowest setting and work your way up.
Okay. So it's set into them vibrators.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Oh. So I got a question. So is it a wrong way for men to masturbate, even though?
Oh yeah, I was getting there. I got you. So
that's all he thinking about.
Yeah, I need new ways, you know. So
it's not his fault. So if you have a vulva and you masturbate, you need to use lubricant and you need to start on one and work your way up to the setting that works for you. People get desensitized because they're not using lubricant and the settings are too fucking high. Mm-hmm. Okay. If you have a penis and you're masturbating, you need to use lubricant too, because you can. If I'm telling you, men will masturbate with whatever the fuck is in the bathroom. I'm talking about your shea butter is not safe. Your pink oil moisturizer is not safe.
Damn.
Your fucking none of that is safe. All your hair products gonna be smothered on their dick. They in there masturbating.
Yo, killing me with this.
Yo, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you use all my conditioner.
Nah, I ain't using conditioner.
Conditioner costs too much.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it was cool. That shit costs too much.
Too much.
Yeah.
So y'all gotta. What about spit?
No,
That's.
So I don't have a gag reflex, but like when people talk about spit to me, or when people spit around me or vomit by me, then that's my gag reflex. That's when I'm gonna vomit.
That's
yeah,
nasty.
my mother like that too. Her stomach would flip
I don't have a physical
upside
one,
down.
but that visual gag reflex is no pump. So one thing about, I think with people with penises, y'all need to masturbate with lube too, because it gives you a better slip. Spit is not lube. That shit, first of all, it's got so much bacteria in it because your mouth is disgusting.
Yeah.
Everybody's mouth is disgusting. And it's just gonna evaporate the same way. If you don't use the right lubricant and have the right slip on your dick, you can damage the blood vessels in your penis. And an erection is blood flow into blood vessels into the penis. So if you damage them, it could be painful. It could change the quality of your erection. We don't want that.
No.
You don't want that, right, Baby Kate?
So use
that's
lubricant.
your penis, not mine.
It's yours.
If you in these streets and you're using condoms with your partners, right? You're not, raw with nobody at the moment. Masturbate with a condom on if you have a dick, because we just got done talking about condom use, and don't nobody talk about pleasure, and we don't associate pleasure and condom use. But if you use a condom when you masturbate, you get better at putting on condoms quickly and correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You will start to associate pleasure and condom use because you busting in a condom.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a quicker cleanup, so you know where all your socks and washcloths are on laundry day.
Yeah, and then you don't have to worry about the socks being hard and crunchy
Correct.
and stuff like that. So,
That's fucking disgusting.
that's a really good. You need to take note of that.
But it makes it easier to use. It makes it easier to use condoms. I have clients that can't maintain erections with a condom on because they've been married or fluid bonded. They've been with this chick for 2 years. They're not using rubbers no more. And now there's something happened, and now you're back in these streets, and you can't even fuck without. You don't even know how to have sex with a condom on because you can't keep it because you decided that it don't feel the same.
Yeah, you put that in your head.
Right, but if you masturbate with a condom on, you get used to that sensation, and the fact that you can relax a little bit because ain't no babies and STIs coming out of this shit.
Yeah.
You chilling.
Yo, that's crazy. You don't gotta worry about pulling out so fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
and I don't understand. I don't think that people with dicks know this, but when y'all go raw and y'all shoot the club up, whatever club you shot up leak for a good day or two. That shit got to come back down.
Oh, yeah.
And that
we don't
causes
feel good during those
infections and all
times.
that.
It sometimes, depending on how different your diets are, or if one of y'all smoke and one of y'all don't, or one of y'all drink and one of y'all don't, it could change the way she smells during when it's coming back down. It can, and who wants to leak for 2 fucking days? We do it because we love y'all.
Right.
Yeah.
So you get more sex with a condom on because you can get the morning quickies, and now I ain't got to leak all day. We can just hit this quickie. And everybody can walk away. Y'all just nut and get up.
Damn, you just make us feel like just filthy animals. Like,
listen, but you get that layer of desensitization, so you get a little bit more stamina too. She get more pumps, and she not leaking for 2 days. It's a win-win.
Yeah, win-win.
So is there a thing as like too much, cum in your mouth? Like, does that do something to the body?
Like swallow. She means
you
swallow.
Can swallow it. It's not gonna hurt you.
Oh, okay.
She trying to say, can you take too much? It's protein?
It's protein.
You gotta get your weight up. Come on, baby.
Fuck that.
Boy, if you don't get out of here, I will not be doing that.
I don't know, and I don't know where you are on team spit versus team swallow. But it's not gonna hurt you. But it depends on the person. Like what is it? What does it taste like? Is it strong? Is it salty? Is it thick? Like, come on, like.
Right.
It's levels to this.
She said it's levels to this shit.
And it's never going to be delicious. It's an acquired taste. So it depends on the person that is sucking the dick, whether or not they decide to spit or swallow.
Yeah.
So I got a question. When females squirt, is that piss or
Okay.
like what is that amazing fluid that comes out?
I just had a drunk ass man in a bar yesterday tell me how much he loves me and how brilliant I am, and then proceed to tell me that squirt is piss, and I almost spondued him in the face. Listen, we gotta do some mind shifting here, okay?
Okay.
So, do dicks come and pee from the same hole?
Yeah.
So why can't a pussy do that?
We got 3 holes though.
We do, but one of them is not for urination. You know, so the vaginal opening is something different, but squirt comes from the urethra.
Right.
Just like pee and cum come out of the same hole on a penis. Pee and cum came out of the same hole on a vulva because you have what's called anatomic correlation. Come on, science and hoe shit.
I was just about to say that. let's get this science.
Science and hoe shit. That's why I'm a sexologist.
Okay.
Because medical doctors only have to have 8 hours of human sexuality to be medical doctors, and none of it includes pleasure.
Right.
They're all talking about the anatomical correlation. So basically, the tissue that makes up the vulva and the tissue that makes up the penis is the same tissue. It's just arranged differently.
Okay.
That's what anatomical correlation is. So pee and squirt come from the same hole, which means it's coming out the same tube. So think about it like this. People say it's pee because it has trace amounts of urea in it, right? Because if you pee out that hole and then you come out that hole, it's going to be trace amounts of pee in there because pee came through first, right?
Right.
Same thing on a penis. Male ejaculate has traces of urea in it as well, if that's the card that you want to play.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What happens is squirt is water from the bladder. The bladder in the body only holds water. It does not hold pee. It doesn't become pee until it mixes with the impurities of the kidneys.
Right.
Okay, so the bladder is only holding water from the body. So squirting is the water from the bladder that mixes with the Skene's gland in the female body, which is the male. It's analogous to the prostate gland in a male body, and so it goes bladder, Skene's gland, urethra.
Okay.
So think about it like a soda fountain, right? The soda fountain, you got all the water is held in the same place, and then it runs through what mixes with the syrup to become whatever drink you're gonna get. So pink lemonade, Coke, Dr. Pepper, what have you. So one is gonna be pee and one is gonna be squirt.
Okay. Does that make a little sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I didn't care whether it was piss or, you know what I'm saying?
Just dirty as
I'm here for it, but here's the thing though. That's why squirt takes longer to dry, because squirt is the Skene's gland lets off like a oily fluid. So when the oil and water mix, it's more dense, so it takes longer to dry.
So is there a way to make a girl squirt, or is that like a male technique or something that the males?
No. So first, you can't assume everybody is having heterosexual sex.
Right. True.
Secondly, every woman that was assigned female at birth has the physical capability to squirt. Okay, but think about it like stomach, right? We all have abdominal muscles, but we don't all have six packs. That shit takes attention and nourishment and focus.
So they gotta train themselves to squirt.
Most people learn how to squirt by using sex toys. And then when you get with your partner, you kind of remix that situation, or allow the partner to use sex toys or what have you. But I will say this, it's important for us to remember that your orgasm is your responsibility.
Oh, that is a very, 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 very good point. Because
that's why I say masturbation and self-pleasure is so important, because you connect to your own pleasure, then you communicate that pleasure to your partner. It's not, oh, they didn't make me come, they ain't no good in bed. No.
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Because they gonna get theirs.
There you go. Shit. It's like, no.
Now, I'm not gonna front. I used to say back when I was pimping before I retired. I used to say, if I don't come, they can't come back. That used to be the rule, right? But
Dropping
I know
bars
that my
over here.
orgasm is my responsibility, and I'm connected enough to my pleasure to know how to get my partner to that space with me.
Okay.
And that's on some grownness, right? And that is for, I don't care if you're a male, female, intersex, trans, your orgasm is your responsibility. And so you can't be putting it on other people.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
that's real shit.
Yeah, that
So
really is.
get you a wand, go onto my website, get you some of that vibrates, get you some lubricant, play with that pussy a little bit, figure out what makes you squirt. Now here's the key to squirting, right? It's physiologically impossible for an aroused human to urinate without excruciating pain. Prime example is people with dicks, okay? Your urinary erection and your sexual erection are different. You can't fuck nobody with that urinary erection. When you wake up and gotta pee, you can't have sex with that.
I can't.
But it's not good.
Yeah, I don't think it's the same. Like, it's a different.
It's
type
not
of
the same
hard,
erection.
right?
Just like us, a clitoral erection, a urinary erection in the clit, and a sexual erection in the clit are different. So when you're having sex that you enjoy, keyword enjoy, then and you feel that sensation that you have to pee, right? It's not pee. Relax and let it go.
Okay.
So you remember last time?
Because women will stop. They'll go, wait, I gotta pee. And they think they gotta go pee, and they go in the bathroom and can't pee.
Yeah.
Because you just shorted yourself on an amazing orgasmic experience. Now, if it's 10:30 and he know you go to bed at 10 o'clock, and here he come trying to get some pussy from you, and you just going to give it up so you can go to bed in peace, and you feel like you gotta pee, that might be pee, sis. Don't let that go.
Don't sit there and act like that. Yeah. Yo, you funny.
Because sometimes we just be like, all right, fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I completely.
That one might be pee. Hold that one. Hold what you got.
Yeah, don't piss on me.
Nah,
Young R. Kelly.
But if you want to experiment with squirting and stuff like that, I say get a mattress cover. I don't know how old y'all are, but I am 41 years old. And the older you get, the more expensive your mattresses become because your back becomes more important. Protect your investment. Get you a mattress cover.
Yes.
And then you can participate and try to figure out what squirting looks like for you, or get you a hotel. When you do get a hotel, get you 2 beds in your hotel because
I told you.
anybody trying to sleep in the wet spot?
I told you.
That's so funny.
You fuck in one bed and you sleep in the other one.
I used to, because before we
Back
got
in
to
your pimping days.
Yeah, back in my pimping days, before we got, you know what I mean? We was always close friends before we got in a relationship. So I would tell her like my stories of going to the hotel or not the hotel, the motel. And then, you know, I'll tell her my stories about the motel, and I'll tell her like, yo, it was a girl that like, you know, she like, I don't know if she just kept squirting. So it was just like, we'll sleep in that same bed. So I'm just like, nah, I gotta get 2 beds because this shit feel nasty as hell. Like, so
No one wants to sleep in the wet spot. And even if you're not a squirter, like, you know, even when you having sex, there's a wet spot. So like, if you're having sex without a condom on, there's a wet spot. So just get 2 beds. One is for fucking and one is for sleeping in.
I could deal with the wet spot, but I can't deal with the squirt
just
spot.
dirty.
Whole squirt spot.
If you drink the water you're supposed to drink, then the bed is doomed. You can't squirt dust, so you got to stay hydrated.
The bed
and
doomed.
Alcohol, caffeine, and sugar dry the body out.
Yeah, so like coffee and all.
Coffee, tea, cocktails, wine, soda.
So you can't even like say before you about to have sex, like you know you like to get lit. You can't even do that.
Like, I mean, you can, but if you're hydrated properly in general every day, then that's not gonna make a difference. What happens is motherfuckers don't do that. I'm sorry, can I cuss? Because I cuss a lot.
Hell yeah, shit. This is my motherfucking shit.
So like, if you're not properly hydrated, which is at least half your body weight ounces in water a day, then it doesn't matter if you're properly hydrated. It doesn't matter if you drink or whatever. What I tell people to do is take 14 days and drink nothing but water. You can eat whatever you want, but just drink water. No juice, no tea, no coffee, no soda, no none of that. If you drink something that's not water, you need to drink twice as much of that in water within an hour of consumption to offset that you just drank that wasn't water. And by day 14, you will notice a difference in the way you sleep. Your vision is going to improve because your eyes are going to be properly moisturized and hydrated as well. The way your food tastes, you're going to feel more energy. But then when it gets to the sexual part, if you have a dick, you'll have better erection quality. Your ejaculate will be thinner. It won't be as thick. You'll have better stamina. If you have a vulva, you'll get wetter when you're aroused. Your clit will be firmer. If you're not a squirter, it'll make it easier to become a squirter. If you are a squirter, you'll squirt more. And for everybody involved, your orgasms will be stronger because orgasms are muscle contractions. And when your body is properly hydrated, your muscles are at peak function. So peak functioning muscles contract even more strongly than just regular hydrated. So like if this is what your orgasms normally look like, if you're properly hydrated, they're gonna look like this.
Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So if it's already good now, it's only gonna get better if you add more water to your diet.
So I was on Google and I said we about to have a sexologist
Yes.
on the show. I said I gotta have some sexologist questions. So I came across something called a cervical orgasm. Like
Yes.
what does that exist? What is that and does that exist?
Okay, so there are more than 18 different kinds of orgasms.
Okay. So that's just one of them.
And they're not all rooted in the genitals. The nipples are connected to the same part of the brain as the genitals. So a nipple orgasm is real. You can have an oral orgasm, which happens in your mouth. So from performing oral sex or from kissing a partner or having a nipple in your mouth or something like that, you can reach orgasm. Cervical orgasm comes from cervical stimulation, and it's very real. It is not common, but it is real.
Okay.
There's even something called a birthgasm where there's proof of people having orgasms while they give birth.
Yeah,
That wasn't me.
Nah, I met a female that like we was in the car and we was just smoking and she said when she gave birth to her son that shit felt good.
Yeah. But the thing is, like,
I lost her number
the Kama
after that.
Sutra is based on the thought process that the orgasm is as close as you can get to God without dying.
Oh, say that again, please.
The Kama Sutra is rooted in the thought process that the orgasm is as close as you can get to God without dying.
I felt that
an orgasm is as close as you can get to God. But wait, but if an orgasm is as close as you can get to God without dying, and you have an orgasm while you're giving birth, that make you the closest to being God.
So I don't know if you watch Dragon Ball Z, but that's
I
like,
don't.
oh, okay. All right, so I'm not even
What
gonna
is it called?
Oh, that's Super Saiyan God. That's Super Saiyan God. So that's Super Saiyan God mode right there.
Oh
Man,
Oh
that's
wow.
probably what it would look like if it was an anime depiction.
I know
Yeah.
I didn't when I had my daughter, it was nowhere close to God.
It definitely wasn't. I'm all yelling at her like, push, Jalissa is halfway there.
Yeah,
I
was,
can't.
that didn't feel good. I didn't. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So moving on to like G spots.
Mm-hmm.
Now, a guy's G spot is different from a girl's G spot, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
The G spot for a person with a dick is in his asshole.
Yeah, that's where I was going with that. So do you think that
Because God has a sense of humor.
You said God has a sense of humor?
God!
Well, Jesus, Lord, I don't think that's
please,
funny.
No!
no, so
Maybe that's why niggas go back to jail all the time then.
they
I
might.
mean, but you can stimulate the male prostate through the perineum, the taint, the space between the balls and the anus.
Mm-hmm.
If you're pressing, and I say if you're holding a dick like this, you want to rock your thumb. You see how my thumb is rocking left to right? You don't want to rock your thumb this way because you might accidentally get some asshole, right? No one wants that. You want to rock your finger. You see, I'm gonna move it like you see, just this way, not like this, like this, and you can feel like a sphere behind that little seam, and that's how you access the prostate without actually going into the butt. But like if somebody like a finger in their ass while they getting their dick sucked or something like that, it's typically because they want their prostate stimulated during that time. And that doesn't make them gay because that's where the fuck the prostate is located. Okay. Gay is attraction.
Yeah.
Gay is when a grown man see another grown man and go, he could get it.
Right.
That's gay.
Right.
Right. If you want some anal stimulation and you want a woman to stimulate you anally, then that's not gay. The moment you want a man
could
to
you
stimulate
stop looking
you
at
anally,
me?
when it becomes gay. And there are worse things in the world to fucking be.
Yeah,
Right.
you just keep looking at me when she say if you want your ass stimulated. I didn't ask you, or
She said quit fighting.
Yeah, I
She said
never,
quit
I
fighting.
never gave her no hints that I wanted my ass stimulated.
I mean, man, you never really had a good orgasm to somebody
Oh
go
no,
up there.
the nuts I bust is pretty good, so I'm.
Yo, like she just said, don't think of it as being gay.
I'm
Gay
not-
is an attraction to another guy.
I'm not thinking that.
But you
it's
can.
gay.
But the thing is, you can reach that orgasm without having your anus penetrated as well. So you can get like a finger vibe and put it on your finger, like on your middle finger, and like hold your balls while you're stroking your dick when you masturbate. Or you can, if you're performing oral sex on him, you can like have it in your hand while you're stroking the penis and giving head, or hold the balls with the vibrator in your hand while like, and it, or hold the vibrator against the taint.
Right
So
there.
they get that rumble in the base of the penis, and it'll give them a pelvic orgasm. It'll give them a prostate orgasm, and it feels completely different. It feels like you're being stroked from the inside.
Ooh.
And it's nothing going in your ass. It's just a vibrator on your taint or a vibrator at the holding your balls. It's a whole nother ball game. Sometimes I wish I had a dick just so I could do that a couple times.
Yeah, I think he a little scared over here.
I mean, ain't nobody trying to put nothing in your booty is my point. I'm telling you that it's absolutely possible to experience layers to your orgasm without putting anything in your booty.
But if I was, if I, I'm not saying I want to do this, but if I was to say, you know what, baby cakes, let's listen to what Goody. I said Goody. I said Goody. I'm sorry. Goody. Let's do it. And she probably, you telling her all the right things to do, she'll probably just end up in my asshole, and I wouldn't want after that is done. Like,
no, if I end up in your asshole, it'll be because you moved or did something weird, like, you know, you was jumping.
Yeah, it was an accident.
Yeah, it'll be
but
accident.
I would say, honestly, try it by yourself. Like, you can have her in the room with you. Maybe she could be giving you head or something, and you try like having the vibrator in your hand.
Right.
The bullet or something in your hand and touching yourself, like holding your balls to yourself while she suck your dick or something like that, because then you'll be a little bit more relaxed. You won't feel like she finna accidentally do some shit because you have control.
Yeah, I have to. It's
really hard to engage in new sexual things if you're not relaxed.
Right. Yeah, I won't be relaxed because I.
But if you have control, if you have the vibe in your hand on your finger, and you're holding your balls or you're stroking your dick or what have you, then it's a different situation, and you know it's not gonna be no accidents. You feel me?
I feel you, but
so when boys masturbate, can they use like a vibrator too, like the
like
finger vibrator?
Like a finger vibe. So there's like a bullet, and it has a finger strap on the back, and you can just put your finger in it, and it vibrates. So you can use that while you're stroking the penis. You can hold the balls and stroke like with the vibrator in your hand, and then stroke the balls. Like, it's various ways. You could even take something like this, and I have all kind of things. Okay, so if you take this,
you strap.
this vibrates, okay, and you put it on the balls. Like, you have one hand where you got it on the balls, and the other hand you stroking the dick with, or you put it right there on the tank, right behind the balls, and you can just sit it there. Like, you can sit it on the bed. Nobody's hand is touching it or nothing. You can sit it there and then do what you're gonna do with the rest of your penis and what have you. But adding vibration to your sex play, it adds a layer of pleasure. So I'm always talking about sensuality in the face of sexuality. So sensuality to me is living through all five of your senses and experiencing non-sexual pleasure through all five of your senses. So when it's a beautiful day and the sun is on your shoulders and the breeze is on your back, and or you hug someone and they have on a dope ass cologne, or you eat some food that just tastes like the angels made it for you, like, that's non-sexual pleasure. But when you get into a sexual space, you're thinking about the way your partner's skin feels, or the way you can hear them breathing and moaning in pleasure, or the way they hold their breath in anticipation of you getting ready to do something, or the way they exhale when they really enjoy something you're doing. So you start to translate the senses. You use all five of your senses when you're having sex with your partner. It'll also help you get to those other 18 orgasms, because being orally fixated or like performing oral sex on your partner, and you're thinking about the firmness of the clit on the softness of the tongue, or the weight of the penis on the softness of the lips, or something like that. You're thinking about all the different things happening in addition to how good it feels.
Right. That makes sense. I never thought about it like that.
Yeah, you act like your face expression look like you just got some bad news or something.
No, but it gets,
She like, damn, yo, that make mad sense. Like,
yeah, it gets you to just thinking.
Maybe she's sad because she hasn't been doing it like that.
Yeah.
And she's thinking, if I enjoy it and I haven't been doing it like that, imagine if I start doing it like that, how dope it's going to be.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
that's what you thinking?
Yeah, like it's just like never mind.
It's not good. It's just different. It's like, oh shit, I ain't even think about that. When I get home and I try that shit, you know what I'm saying? It's like a layer of awareness has been peeled back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you some toys, baby cakes.
But that's for you too, though. Like when you think about sensuality, don't just think about her. Think about you. You're thinking about when you give her head, you're thinking about the firmness of her clit on the softness of your lips, or the wetness, or the thighs on your ears, or the way she breathes when you give, like the firmness of her nipples on your tongue. Like all kinds of different sensations are at play. And so you think about that as well and experience the non-sexual pleasure just every day, so that when it's time to get sexual, you're engaging all 5 of your senses, and it's going to add layers to the pleasure.
Right. Can you explain to us the difference between like actually like making love and
fucking?
It just depends on how you feel about the person, because you can love somebody and fuck the shit out of them.
Thank you.
Wait, so you could love somebody and fuck the shit out of them, but is there like, I mean, all right, I guess.
No, it's about passion, it's about connection, it's about intimate communication, and those things you can love somebody and fuck the shit out of them. I have also made love to motherfuckers I was not in love with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's the passion, it's the sensuality, it's the engagement. Like I said, there's levels to this.
And some niggas don't know how to make love.
No, they don't. Some people don't know how to make love.
Yeah. All niggas know how to do is fuck.
No.
And some of them ain't, and they ain't all good at that.
Let's be clear there. Like, let's be clear. So
they just putting it in the hole. They don't know.
Yeah. So we've been in a relationship for quite some time now, and we just want to know, like, if you have any, like, other suggestions besides, like, bringing toys or something like that into the relationship. How can people who's having sex with the same person for years, how could they spice up their sex life, make it better, or, like,
have sex different places. Don't just have sex in the bedroom. Have sex. You pay for that whole motherfucking house. Fuck all over that house.
Bathroom, closet, all that.
All
right?
of it. All of it. You pay for it. Fuck all over the house.
Fuck all over.
Change the positions up. Get a hotel room. Sometimes you need to get out of your own home. You know what I'm saying? Get a hotel room. But I also think the biggest thing would be connecting to your partner with their clothes on. Spend time with them on purpose. Because what happens is you get used to a motherfucker with their clothes on, you get used to them without their clothes on too. When y'all take a class together, a cooking class, a dance class, learn something new together, it adds layers to the intimacy, because that's new memories and experiences for y'all as a couple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have loved motherfuckers I ain't like.
Yeah.
Make sure you like who you fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like you.
But you didn't say that our live podcast. You made it seem as though you didn't like me, you just loved me. So that's a good point here. You gotta like who you love.
If I ain't like you, I wouldn't be doing no podcast with you.
No,
that's not true. If it's monetized, and you making money.
No. But we ain't making no money. So this
not yet.
Yeah, not yet. But I'm saying, like, I like
this
you.
Business. This business right here.
Yeah, he be bugging.
I like you and I love you.
See, and that's important. But here's the thing: you're not always gonna like a motherfucker, And you're not always gonna love a motherfucker. That shit ebbs and flows.
Yeah,
But
like on the way here, I ain't like you, cause you made me mad. But when I came in here and seen that smile, I said, yo, I like and love you, baby. You know what I'm saying?
oh, that's so sweet.
I guess.
It's real though. Like my grandparents have been married almost 60 years, and it's the second marriage for both of them.
Oh wow.
But they know what their real life deal breakers are now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so they like each other. I asked my grandmother, she's like, I like him.
Yeah.
That's what makes it easy to, be with him, hang out with him. Now he's starting to need more care. They're in their 90s. She's like, I like him.
Yeah, and I feel like I do like you, baby case. Like
That's all right. You don't have to
No, for real though, you can like somebody and they still piss you off or annoy you or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm telling you, my partner was fucking with the AC the other day, and he was everything but a child of God, and I was like, if he don't leave this motherfucking AC alone, because I was waking up hot with a headache. I went and bought a lockbox off Amazon for the AC, like he won't touch it again.
Oh my God.
Those are my petty levels.
Yo, I was about to say that was so petty to buy a lockbox for the AC.
It's see through too, so he can see what the fuck I set it on.
So these are the last couple of questions before we end the show for today. But is there do men have some sort of sensation in their balls? The reason why they like their balls sucked?
Yeah. Balls are basically dick titties.
Yo, you gonna suck my dick titties tonight?
No.
Yeah. Balls is dick titties.
So I say that to say the sensation, the sensitivity is very similar to that of the breast.
Yeah.
Yeah, some guy. That's like how she was just saying. Some guys like they nipples suck too. They get orgasm through them.
Yeah. No, listen, nipples. People, I think men really enjoy nipple sensation, but because nipples are typically feminized in our society, then they don't really connect to that pleasure, or they don't engage in it as often or ask for it. But I think they shorten themselves on a whole nother layer of pleasure.
Yeah, because I my last relationship I was in, he kind of liked his nipples sucked. And then when I met him and it was like we started having sex, he just wasn't into that. So it's just
Yeah.
like
I mean, and every person is different. But you
Everybody
have to
is
relax.
Yeah, I like
All
my
that
dick
shit
titties. I like my dick titties played with.
I mean, but like even with nipples, everyone doesn't like everything, but you still have to be open and relaxed enough to at least just if you participate in it and you decide you don't like it, that's different than saying fuck that, I'm not trying it.
right.
You know, and there's a level of maturity and self-awareness that comes with it being with the same person for a real long time, because you do start trying shit, you start bringing toys in or doing what have you. There's a level of maturity that comes with that.
Absolutely. I agree.
Dick titties. I like that one.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm like, that feel good, baby.
I'm like,
listen,
man.
but really, if you listen to
Put these
how
dick
they
titties in your
sound,
mouth.
how their breathing changes, that exhale get a little deeper, they holding their breath.
Right.
Oh shit. Oh.
The profanity is really how you know. And I feel like if they not cussing, you're not doing it right.
I'll be cussing up a storm. Oh, motherfucker.
I say it's not over till I hear my name, but profanity is a good gauge.
Yeah.
Yo, it was really, really, really nice talking to you today.
Everybody in our chat is asking, you want to shout out your IG and let them know, like, you know.
And y'all might want to get on board with that shit, because I just hit 20,000 followers, so we're doing a 20K giveaway next week.
Okay.
Right, and she also do sex toy Saturdays, so.
So, Crystal.
Yeah, you guys, I like that. But okay, you can go.
So my name is Goody, Goody, and everybody ask Goody everything. So I'm Ask Goody, AskGoody on all social media platforms. My website is askgoody.com. And that's how you find me. Like, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, she's very.
And when the world start opening up, I'm gonna start traveling again. I don't know where in the East Coast y'all are.
We're
in Jersey.
Oh, okay. So the National Sex Educator Conference is happening in Jersey in December.
Oh.
Okay.
And I will probably be in the building. I'm on the planning committee, so I'll probably be in the building for that.
Yeah.
And if what I like to do when I travel for business is have like at least at the bare minimum like a meet and greet places. But I try to have like a toy party or a dick riding class or a blowjob class. Like I try to make money every time I leave my house.
You
know?
you gotta get it how you get it.
I got a cousin who she's inspired by sex. So it's just like,
so she would definitely attend that dick riding class.
First of all, everybody needs to come. If you riding dick, you need to be at the dick riding class.
Right.
If you sucking dick, you need to be at the dick sucking class. If you eating pussy, you need to be at the pussy eating class.
I'll be there.
Because dudes be like, oh, I don't need that. So I appreciate that response.
Yeah, I'll be there.
They be like, oh, Miss Goody, I don't need that. I'm like, I assume you know your way around a pussy before you get to me.
Nah, I wanna do. I need to know all the tricks and traits and all
Listen,
that.
the feedback, I had Goody Palooza last year where I did all my workshops over the course of one weekend. And I did the dick sucking class on Friday. And if I tell you every woman in that dick riding class that had a partner made a partner sign up for the pussy eating class. Because they was like, bitch, if you got me over here with this.
Right.
And I done learned all these new things. What are you going to teach that?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's dope for me. I mean, I'm here for it.
Yeah, we
here for it.
Yeah, we is. We definitely pulling up. So all you dick riders and you dick suckers.
The Goody Palooza will be here one day.
One day, December.
Everybody's saying that we need to.
Up again. I'm in Texas, so we open. We wilding.
Y'all wilding
yeah,
out?
everybody saying we need to take a trip to Texas.
I went to an open mic last night. Went to a rhythm and brunch over the weekend. Went to a comedy show Saturday. Like, listen.
Oh, so y'all open like Atlanta?
We've been open longer than Atlanta. Atlanta trying to get like us.
They wasn't ever like really
closed.
They wasn't closed for real either.
Yeah, well, we was definitely closed. Like,
in
Jersey,
everybody was shut. I feel like Texas, Florida, and Atlanta was the only ones that was like, it's whatever.
Yeah, and then everybody migrating over there, bringing all that,
COVID shit over there.
Yeah. I'm glad it's slowing down.
People think they think it's going down in Texas, like our numbers are going down, but that's because our testing is going down.
Oh, right. A lot of people aren't getting tested like that.
Yeah, they just not getting tested no more.
Because at the end of the day, it's just like you get tested, they tell you got to quarantine. So if you feeling sick, why just stay home? Like,
my thing is, I could test for it at 10 o'clock and get COVID at 10:15.
Yeah.
So the test will say I don't have COVID, but I got that shit after the test.
That happened to someone we know. Like, she went and got tested. They said nothing, went the next day and she had it. So it's just like,
It happens because it's so like the way it's not like a sexually transmitted infection where you gotta be fucking to get it.
Right.
You could open the wrong doorknob with your bare hand, and now you got COVID.
Now you got that shit. Shit is crazy. But.
Okay, so we're going to end on that note.
Thank
you so much for joining us today.
And educating us, letting us know how we can spice up our sex lives.
Yeah.
Listen, the best way to spice up your sex life is to spice up your regular life.
Have fun.
There you go.
Yeah, when you living good and you're happy and you feel fulfilled, that fucking come natural.
You dropping jewels today.
So before we end each episode, I always like to do a date night. So since we're talking about sex, today's date night will be the Sex Museum, which is located in New York.
And now, our feature presentation.
date night.
Go to that sex store.
No, it's not a sex
No,
store.
not sex store, the
Museum of
sex museum, yeah.
It's the
They actually
Museum
want me
of
to come
Sex.
do an event there.
Yeah, and when Goody is there, we gonna be there too. So
Hell
you know,
yes.
they got a room there where it's full of titties. You bounce up and down. You have fun. It's a whole bunch of
They
different.
got like
things.
the oldest vibrator too, like the
Yeah, though I seen that they have like one of the oldest vibrators, like one of them like that was first ever made. Like you get to learn a little bit sex education there too. So
yeah.
you
It's
know.
really it's really good.
Yeah, so
They ain't
that,
gonna let us know that balls is dick titties.
yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, watch when I go in the house. Man, suck my dick titties.
All right, on that note, you guys can catch us next time.
Oh, so yeah, on that, yo, shout out to the people that was tuned into the live on YouTube. Share, subscribe, you know. You know, just keep showing love, man. It's your boy Terrence T Too Funny on Instagram and Twitter. And to my right is Juicy Lala Boom. Sorry for saying your stuff.
No, it's all right.
It's Juicy Lala Boom on Instagram. And shout out to our special guest,
Goody Howard.
Goody
Woo!
Howard. And we just want to thank you, Goody, for coming through and blessing us with this education. And
Of course. Oh, and one more thing. If you go to askgoody.com and you use code DAILY, you get 10% off of anything on the site. It does not count for like classes and stuff unless it's a replay. No, it don't count for replays either. But for products, you get 10% off any products on the site if you use code DAILY. So that's for y'all and y'all's people.
Yes, y'all hear
Thank
that?
you.
Everybody asking, saying we need to take a trip to Texas. She ship out, so use the code DAILY in on her website.
all toys and all everything. Thank you, Goody.
Of course.
And yo, y'all tune in next week, man. Us on the Daily, we out.
My pain's all on Fourth Street. Rich man, no strand, no lands, can't dare hold you, man. 8 ball, big bro, clip drop, go